and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Rants with Dez. Today's topic, is the right versus the left. Well, happy Sunday through Saturday. I know, I hate this with cameras because they always go opposite of what you're doing. Afternoon, evening, night, and morning. Covered all the bases right away. Get it out of the way. I still got to figure out doing the titles wise. I got to get a hold of Corn Bob. Once we can actually finally do the whole thing, I know it'll be actually a lot more fun. And to those people that subscribed, I appreciate it. Please share this if you actually agree with me on this. Hopefully you actually make it to Lisa's point, because let's be honest, oh, he's just by himself again. He's just gonna do a rant, and that's why it's Rants with Dez. I have a lot to say. I did this last night on Instagram. Um, there comes a point in time where you see the rhetoric of the left. I'm not saying there's none of that on the right either, but at the same time, you see it more on the left, where that's supposed to be the party of peace and love and puppies, rainbows. Of course, I got the rainbow flag now, even though that's God's symbol. That's on our side. Rainbow flag belongs on our side. I don't give a shit if you're gay on our side, but the fact is, the rainbow was all about, he was no longer gonna do what he did until, let's be honest, till the apocalypse actually happens. Which I think we're getting close to. Not going to be lying about that. But let's talk about the topic at hand. Last Saturday, centimeters away from losing possibly our free nation and the world as we know it would have changed. Let's be honest. It's easy for Republicans and Democrats to say, "Oh, it would have been we would have got through this. We would have got through this." It's not about that. Through this past week, I've been watching videos of people saying that they wish that they would have actually taken out Trump. Now that's evil. Since Trump ran in 2015, the left started the whole rhetoric. Not Trump doing the rhetoric. It was always the frickin' left. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that whole thing. I'm not part of the Illuminati. Once again, I'm doing this again. Those guys are a bunch of faggots. They try to take out the free nation. Would have Nikki Haley been the next one? I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to figure somebody else. Like Vivek. I always suck at names. Yeah, I got a little bit emotional about this last night as well, because you know what? When it comes to the right, we try not to be violent. We try not to propel the way that the Democrats do, like back in 2020, the summer of love, really. You got Kamala saying they have to and they will keep doing this even after the election. What does that tell you? George Floyd was a criminal. He was very high on opiates. What was I kidding? I have actually no notes right now. I'm actually going everything on my mind right now. George Floyd was a criminal. He got what he deserved. He was gonna die either way because he was way overdosed, and the cop did not kill him. He OD'd. Let's be honest. That's exactly what it is. He freaking OD'd, and they know it, and they put those cops in prison. I'm not saying they did the perfect job, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where shit happens. When you put shade on a pedestal, it shows you how retarded you really are. We're all human beings. Until you start acting like human beings, that's when you get respect. The left hasn't actually acted human like since 2016. What actually happened last Saturday was 8 9 years of accumulation of them basically saying that he's Nazi. He's well, he's Hitler first, then he's not. All the whole thing. They throw him. Everything that they did was they indicted him. They arrested him. Everything that they did to him was for nothing because he always survived. The assassination attempt, they failed. But it was always the left's rhetoric that he's basically a Nazi, that he's basically Hitler reincarnated. When it comes down to the whole freaking enchilada, the fact that they got by with this the whole time and now they're doing it after the RNC thing, saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. I do love the whole ear thing on him because that was pretty epic. I do love Kid Rock being there, Hulk Hogan, and everybody else because I only watched parts of it. I watched the whole speech of Trump, of course, and he was speaking truth. And I do believe during that time when he was, you know, shot last Saturday, I do believe when he was actually down, I think he was praying, and I think Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit as well. It was like a divine intervention where he became a completely different person, and you saw that at the RNC. You got the left, pissing their pants right now because they have nowhere to go. The rhetoric from the left created this whole assassination attempt. Always calling him this and that. Hell, I voted for Obama the first time. I've already said that already. I'm upset with that by myself when I told my parents that they were like ready to denounce me as their son. Not really, but it's still funny. I had to say it. I don't say it. People tell me I had to say it. It's funny. But I was the first one in the family that was a Trumper. There was just something about him. And yes, once in a while he's a little bit high on the horse. But you know what? I think he's got every right to be a little bit high on the horse. I mean, it's freaking Donald Trump. He is the damn man, let's be honest. When it comes to him, back in 2016 when he became president, all the stuff that he did for those 3 years, because the last year, like you said, the RNC was the China virus. China virus. It was 100% the truth. And when it came to warp speed, the fact, if he did not do this, let's be honest, the left would have been actually at him that much harder. And in the end, it didn't matter because the left hate him either way. For a bit there, just a beat, they were kind of on his side. They were even saying Trump was doing a good job. If the left is saying he's doing a good job, that's when you actually got to get out. Get the hell out. I've learned that now. When it comes down to the whole enchilada, though, when it comes to left versus right, last Saturday's attempt, the divine intervention, just a little bit like this. If that does not wake you up to what side you should be on, and for those people, I'm being completely serious about this, for those people that actually wish he would have been actually ended, or like a vegetable the rest of his life, make those people famous. Make every last one of them famous, whether it's prior the attempt or after the attempt. Make sure they are famous for the wrong slash right reason. We got to make sure they go down in history as whatever they actually are. They anti-America. And when it comes to all my platforms, I don't give a shit which one it is. If you're pro whatever that was, aka the attempt that they wanted him to be taken out, unfollow me, unfriend me. I wear a Trump hat every time I go live. I got the Trump flag. And sometimes when I go upstairs, I got the America flag. The fact is, at the end of the day, I find it silly and sad, more so sad, that there's so many people that still are anti-Trump. I mean, this guy took a bullet for our so-called democracy, even though it's a constitutional republic. Trump couldn't even go a week without the left actually saying the assassination attempt was his fault. Actually, I think it was within 24 hours they were saying that already, or possibly right away. I was not following at that point. When it comes down to the whole thing, I would never wish that on Obama. I would never wish that on Bill Clinton, and I definitely would not wish that on Biden. The fact is, when it's their time, they're gonna meet the Maker. And God was like, on that Saturday last week, He was like, "It's not your turn." He turned his head just enough so it just grazed him. The left has created this rhetoric. I'm not saying the right is actually 100% innocent on a lot of stuff, especially the rhinos. But when you compare the left to the right, there is a huge difference. I won't even do a Trump thing because I know I did it earlier, but at the same time, screw it, I'm doing it anyway. There's huge, it's huge, a huge difference. I don't say it, quite frankly. I'm just at that point where what side of history you want to be part on. If you don't think this was divine intervention and you want to keep going for Biden and be anti-Trump, go for it, sweetheart. At this point, I'm going to call all of you on that side, sweethearts. I don't care if I, you know, upset you Z's and Zers and the guys that are for doing the attempt on Trump. Boo hoo. My whole thing is this: if you're for that, you're not my friend. If you're for the taking out of a person because you don't identify as that, you cannot be my friend. What Trump is about to do is rewrite history. I know some people out there like, what about Hitler? Well, I'm not in Germany. And all these other dictators. So I suck at the other ones, to be honest. That's why I only brought up Hitler. We have a man that's been in office already one time, knows what he's done, and wants to rewrite history once again. He's not a Hitler. He's not a Stalin. He's none of those frickin' commies, pieces of crap. He's Donald J. Trump. As I said, we've actually went through one term with him already. And the fact is, he's going to make you have more money in your pocket. Wouldn't you want that? That's the question I have for you. Don't you want more money in your pocket? The left wants to take your money, but you're okay with a person trying to take down the man that's going to actually help you get more money. Once again, like I've said before on here, Trump said if you got money, they let you grab him by the undercarriage. But you had Joe Biden on camera sniffing children's hair. So what side of history do you really want to be part of? The left is evil. I'm not saying everybody on the right is actually kosher as well. But when it comes down to the whole enchilada, they try to take down a good man. Hell, I'll call him a great man. God was not ready for him to be in paradise. And we thank God for that. Once again, we don't praise Trump, we praise God. We get one more chance with Trump. Let's make America great again 2024. Left, you're going down. Even if it's Hillary. The rumor is possibly they're bringing in Hillary. I mean, Hillary. Let's make history. Let's make it huge. They kill Reagan. That didn't work. Way back in the day, back in the 80s. And now they try to take Trump in 2024. How about we make America great again? We take down the left the right way. We don't shoot unless we absolutely have to. We're not thugs. We're not criminals. We are the party of the right for a reason. That's why it's right versus the left. The left has actually left a lot of them, and they've come to the right side, which we do appreciate. In this election, November 5th, we have to make sure we go to the ballot and actually vote. It's not in the bag yet. We still got to do our due diligence and actually vote. I actually have the 5th and the 6th off. I'll, I'll probably go on live election day. Well, that's a long ways off anyway. I mean, we're still in July. Let's be honest. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, we cannot allow them to have a chance anymore. At least not this election. Maybe they'll open up. Maybe they'll have common sense, but I kind of doubt it. But I think I'm going to close this one for right now. All I got to say is thank you, Jesus. I always have a Jesus picture looking at me. He's always with me in hearts, but it's always nice to see him in a picture. We have gone through a very bad place here in America. It's up to us to turn it around and become better than what we were in the past. With that said and done, I think I'm done with here. I love you guys, and I do appreciate you guys. Until next time, I love you guys. Peace out, and like always, happy holidays.